to One Man's Collection. Today I'm looking at the Formula One Car Collection magazine number 46. This is the Ferrari 512 F1 Lorenzo Bandini driven car from 1964. Probably one of, not the only, but one of the only Ferrari Formula One cars that I own that is not red. Even the, was it 2008 that Ferrari changed to a different colour, but it was still a red. Not Ferrari red, but a darker colour, almost a metallic. I will take a look at the Diecast car at the end of the video, if that's what you're looking for. But like I do with all of these videos, I do go through the magazine, just briefly. Not looking at everything in high detail, but you can pause it and read the information if you wish to, but I'm just showing what you get. So in this issue, we get season is 1964. Which is where the Lorenzo Bandini Ferrari is from. Technical focus on the particular car. The team is the Ferrari team. The circuit in this particular issue is the Las Vegas Street Circuit, Formula One, from 1980s. Right. And the story of F1 is the 1995 Schumacher's Encore. Cool. I'll read that in a moment. Hit and run. Controversy abounded in the 1964 F1 Championship decided in Mexico because of the clash between Lorenzo Bandini and Graham Hill that handed the title to John Surtees. But the acrimony between the two front-runners, if it ever really existed, was soon forgotten thanks to the witty Christmas present. Lorenzo Bandini in the Ferrari 512 F1, followed by Graham Hill in the BRM during the Mexican Grand Prix, the final decisive race in the 64 World Championship. Contact between the two cars handed the title to John Surtees. So that's the picture there. Man, back in the days of... really it's a classic and such dangerous thing without the downforce and... yeah, not much even of a rollover hoop on these things. Picture here is of Jim Clark at Monza, the Lotus, and unbeatable in 1963. Scott found it much more a struggle to hold on to the return of rivals Hill and Surtees in 64 season. Despite winning 3 Grand Prix races, he lost out on the title just 2 laps from the end of the final race. There you go. All right, Ferrari 512 F1 Lorenzo Bandini. Graham Hill was gifted a driving style was gifted with a driving style that was clean and efficient. World champion of 1962, the BRM. Hill continued to drive for the British company until the end of 66. Moving to Lotus in 67, he won world title with Colin Chapman's team in 68. And until Ayrton Senna arrived at the scene, Hill was the king of Monte Carlo circuit, winning there 5 occasions. Oh, this is the season, not about the car. Yeah, that's why. Check out the Formula Ones sitting on top of the truck. Not enclosed, open. That's awesome. Now, what I want next is, can we get a die-cast truck to put these on? That would be awesome. You see, only the front one's got the number. I'm guessing the back one is a reserve car. Ferrari's car transport getting ready to leave Maranello on its way to Milan Airport, from where the cars were flown over to the last 2 races in North America before shipping them off. Enzo Ferrari had them painted in the national racing colors of the United States as a protest. Huh, is that why it's white and blue? All right, 64 season continued. Well-deserved victory in the second half of 64 season. Ferrari became the most competitive car on the track. Surtees set off from pole position in Germany and went on to open up an unassailable lead over the second place Hill. In Austria, all the key players had problems of one sort or another. Having started from 7th in the grid, Bandini succeeded in winning the race, not only keeping Ginther in check on his attempted comeback, but also finishing the good 3 laps ahead of 3rd place Bob Anderson in the Brabham. Wow, okay. It'd be nice to go and see some more of this footage stuff back in the classic days. All right, this is the technical focus of the 512 or 512 F1. Do have a pull out here. It is a rear longitudinal 12-cylinder 180 degree. Wait, how do you have a 180 degree V? Do you mean 90 degree V? 180, that would be flat. 1.489.63. 180 degree V. Okay, that one confuses me. I've had this written up before. It's not a V then, so it's a 100. It's a flat V12. Sorry, a flat 12, is it? Don't know. 490 kilograms with weight of water and oil. A 140 litre fuel tank. Yep, okay. Don't know if that's a V engine or it looks V. It may just be the way the exhaust pipes or the carburetors. Do you know what? I don't know. That actually looks like a flat engine there. Maybe I should actually read it closer. All right, the team, Ferrari. Well, man, what can you say that is not already known about them? Ferrari's flying colours. There have been many deviations from the official colour of Ferrari's signature single-seaters. Well, there you go. Different hues were only adopted when the cars were entered privately or once they had received the team's external endorsement. Okay. So different coloured cars for different teams. Well, that makes sense. Ferrari running a factory one could go in their colour. That would make sense. Yeah, cool. Colours of NART, North American Racing Team. Oh yeah, blue and white. The racing colours of the United States were adopted by Ferrari for their trips over the Atlantic. In '64, John Surtees is pictured at Watkins Glen. That's the number 7 there. We've got number 8 here. Where the cars are entered by Luigi Cinetti's team, and NART. After this, in fact, as early as the following year, the cars entered by NART, such as the one driven by Rodriguez at Watkins Glen in Mexico City, were still red, but had a blue and white line painted down the middle. Okay, well, there you go. Las Vegas Street Circuit. Oh, is that the same one they've got now? No, it's not, but I have seen footage of this. Okay, Las Vegas Grand Prix was only held on 2 occasions in 81 and 82. The locations were hardly the norm. Yeah, it was a car park. Yeah. At Caesar Palace Hotel and Casino, the parking area was transformed into a temporary track featuring a series of short straights and numerous tight bends. And now it's back again. I'm not going to read all of that. You can actually stop, pause, and read if you want. Well, story for so far. Schumacher's encore overwhelming victory. Benetton acquired the same Renault engines as Williams, and the two teams dominated the season. Williams, Damon Hill, tried once again to counter Michael Schumacher, but without success. Meanwhile, Jean Alesi's took his first and only Grand Prix win. Jean Alesi only had 1 win? Really? You got 42 points for Ferrari in the 412 T2. But Michael Schumacher won at, wow, he actually dominated that, 102 points. Yeah. I do remember those days. I was showing a keen interest in Formula 1 then. Constructors' Championship was Benetton at Renault, 137, Williams Renault at 112, and then Ferrari. We do have this Ferrari in my collection. Coming up in magazine 47, we've got the Tyrrell 011 or 011 by Michel Alboreto, 1982, followed by the 312 T2, Gilles Villeneuve. Gilles Villeneuve? Yeah, 1977. I'll spit it out eventually. All right, take a look at the car in more detail. Got our Ferrari badge on the side, obviously in the NART paint job. And Prova, is it Prova Moss? I'll get that. MO53 is what it looks like. Get the dust off there. We have a mesh looking top to that. Actually, that come up quite well. That's for your intakes, I believe. Blue wheels, red parts on the nose. Not a lot to this, to be honest. I've got a few of these older 60s cars. So Ferrari 512, it's actually die cast all the way underneath as well by the looks of it. And the engine framework, hand out of the way. Not a lot to it, to be honest. Not a lot to it. I will put that on the turntable so you can have a look without my hand just moving it there. I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. If you got this far, press that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to do this every week. I'll be back with Magazine 47 next week. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.